Today, we'll be creating megaformulas. What are they? Yeah, they're long, very complicated formulas, almost impossible to understand once you've written them. They allow us to get rid of, though, a lot of intermediate formulas and make our workbooks a lot cleaner. It's kind of ironic that they can be hard to decipher, and yet the workbook can be a lot cleaner. Things to remember is we just keep substituting formulas from the intermediate cells until only input cells remain. You may still need to keep those intermediate cells and formulas for later on to make it easy to change and decipher, but we don't need them in order to get a working formula. Why? It streamlines the workbook. It reduces the size of the workbook files and makes for faster calculations. But again, it's hard for anybody to decipher, and if you ever need to change it, you better keep a copy around, or else you'll have to go through the hard part again. Here, we'll start with Jason is purchasing a movie studio to film the next generation of Karate Kid movies. Imagine an MBA who has problems finding a job, but learns karate to impress the interviewers. This is just the kind of story America wants to see. To make the movie true to life, he is seeking a real MBA for the leading role. In order to impress the MBA crowd, he wants to use a mega formula. So here we have a number of formulas that end up with total interest. Now we know there's other formulas that we could use to get to this point, but we're going to create a mega formula so all we have is total interest in the end. I'm going to copy, Control-C, and paste it over here. That way we can always see what we had to work with to begin. Now, let's see. I can start either here or here. It doesn't matter as long as I'm consistent. I'll start here today. So I look at those. Those are only input cells. F4 through F7 are all input cells. Look at the next one. F4 but minus F10, which is an intermediate cell. So I'll replace the formula in F10. Control copy, escape, and come down here, and where it says minus F10, I'll do a paste. Now it's important to look at it when we paste it. Here we're minusing something. If the original formula had been F4 minus F5, that would be incorrect. But where it's multiplication, it takes precedence over addition. Notice here then when I hit enter, I get the very same results here and down below, so it must be okay. The next one I have is F7, that's up here, F6 is up here, but minus F11. So I'll come here and copy this. Control-C. Escape, and then I hit F11. Now I'm going to do this wrong. Notice that I minus F4, that's minus F4 times F5. That's going to give me the wrong answer, but let's just do it so you can see. So I'll hit enter, and now you'll notice this is totally different than the monthly payments over here, and our final answer is different because of that. So I need to go back there, and anything that will change it, I need to put in parens. So parentheses, and on the other side. Now when I hit enter, I get the same monthly payment and the same total interest down here. Next it says F6 times F12. So I'll pick up this one above. Control, copy, escape, and I'll come down here, and where it says F12, I'm going to do Control-V, paste. And that's one unit here, one function payment, so I'm okay. So I'll hit enter. And it's showing a little bit bigger. That's because it's showing pennies now, but it's the same amount. Okay, it reformatted it a little bit because this one had cents, and so it created that in this new format. But we're okay. Now look at this last one, and it says F13 minus F11. So I'll come up here to F13 and copy that formula, all except the equal. Come down here, double click on F13 and do a paste. Enter, and I get the same amount, so I'm okay. Now I look at minus F11. So I'll come back up here to F11 and copy this. Oh, and notice this has a minus in it. So when I paste it down here, I'm going to put this inside parens. It doesn't hurt to put parentheses around any of the things we paste in. If you're not sure, go ahead and put them in. It won't hurt anything. And I'll hit enter, and we got the same amount. So hopefully we've got it right now. We can test this out by getting rid of all these intermediate cells and see if we still get the same answer. So I'll highlight those and delete, and sure enough, it remains there. So now we have a mega formula, one that's a lot longer and maybe harder to understand, but that does the trick all in one cell.